Hi, I'm Perry Atkinson, General Manager here at theDove. Hey, check out our other videos and check out our website at thedove.us. Okay, welcome back, and what a delight through all of the modern technology for us to go clear over to Nepal and talk to Brian Smith. He's the founder and president of HAN, which is Helping Assist Nepal's Disabled, and he is a Southern Oregonian and attends the First Presbyterian Church in Jacksonville. Hi, Brian. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Perry. Thank you very much.
Wow, all this modern technology. Great to see you. Hey, what's happening over there? What's going on? Can you give us an update and a little bit of a picture of how bad things were over there with the earthquakes?
Sure. Nepal has been changed for years. We had, of course, the 7.9 quake on April 25th. While I've been here, we've had a number of earthquakes. I'm reading there's been over 100 altogether. We had a 7.3 last Tuesday that destroyed a number of homes and villages. The official report is about 150 were killed in it, but there's a number of bodies that still haven't been recovered, so probably 500 just from Tuesday. And the people in Nepal are literally living in a state of panic right now, never knowing when the next one is going to hit. And so outside of the immediate toll with the buildings and whatnot, there's an emotional toll that's going to last for years here.
Wow. What's the biggest need now, Brian?
It's changing by the hour. In the immediate need, it was digging people out of rubble, and that was nationwide. That has happened now, and so a number of aid organizations are coming in, getting food out to especially Nepal's a very remote country, and there's roughly 11,000 villages out there. Many are not even connected by roads. And so getting food aid out to these villages that have been just flattened is extremely difficult. On top of course, medical aid, there's 15 to 20,000 injured people on top of everything else.
Wow. What's your team doing?
What we're doing is we're going into HAN's mission is to go to where other organizations don't go, either because they're difficult to reach or have a high element of risk in getting to them. And so we're going out to villages where we're the first ones in. The first one was Route Bessie, which was 8 hours by dump truck loaded with 8,000 pounds of rice. And we had to have a military escort just for our own safety on top of that. So we're going to those areas where nobody else has been.
Wow. Now you got a new element to your ministry where you have you're saving babies. Tell us about that.
Correct. So when we reached Route Bessie, this village that we went to last Tuesday, in fact, we were on our way when the 7.3 earthquake happened. So right in front of us, we had landslides coming down in all directions, houses collapsing. We were on a narrow mountain dirt road. We arrived into Route Bessie, and there was a health post, and it services about 750 families in what they call a VDC, which is 9 wards, a total of 9 villages. And the health post services this whole area, and it was completely destroyed. So as we assessed the situation, distributed the 8,000 pounds of food, each family got 20 pounds. We talked to the village, kind of the manager, or kind of like a mayor, and he told me there was 78 women that are currently pregnant, and 20 of them are due to give birth in the next month. So that's where we changed our focus into kind of a next several weeks to save babies. They have no place to give birth currently.
You were working in Nepal long before this disaster, and what was your emphasis there? Why Nepal?
I originally came here in 2007. I came here to climb Mount Everest. During Everest, I had my epic ordeal myself, where I came down with severe high-altitude pulmonary edema, and I spent some time recovering down in a lower village region. And during that recovery time, I spent 10 days walking out through different remote villages, and I saw a lot of need. I'd never seen leprosy before. That was the first thing I saw, and then I saw a tremendous amount of disability here, much higher than you see in the Western world, where people are literally crawling often in the streets. And so I decided that I needed to, I wanted to find some way to help individuals. I can't save a whole country, but I can help individual people that are affected by disability, and that's where we've made it our focus.
How is it working now? I mean, you're getting all of these resources. Where are you getting them from? And how's that coordinating with what the military or the government's doing? And I've read where even the government there is pretty much collapsed. How are you able to function?
It's been on the donation side. It's been, thanks to the people, the international community have made private donations to our organization Hand, and we've had enough funds come in where we can load trucks with rice. We can buy tools. We can buy tents. We can buy tarps. As far as the immediate need, the government is starting to come together. There's been a lot of controversy with, the Royal British military was turned away. I read yesterday with 3 Chinooks. So there's a lot of that going on. Thankfully, I have some good connections here. And in fact, today was my day. I was down at the Ministry of Homeland, and I got a personal signed letter from the minister himself. And then just before this call, I was out at a military base at the airport. I've got all clearances now, and tomorrow I'll be flown out at 7:30 a.m. on a military helicopter to do body recovery. There's about 40 bodies up in the Dolakot area, which would still need to be recovered. So I've had enough people helping me on the Nepali side that I've been able to break through some areas I think that other people are getting tangled up in.
All right, so people that want to help you, is handnepal.org your website?
It is. And you can make a donation right through the website. It comes right into our account, which I can draw from Nepal, and every dollar counts.
Okay, handnepal.org is the website, handnepal.org. Have you experienced an earthquake since you've been there?
I've experienced a number of earthquakes since I've been here. I've been through a 7.3. I've been through a number of them in the 6s. We had a big 5.7, not a big 5.7, but a 5.7 while I was on our last mission to Dolakot just 2 days ago. So we are rocking and rolling all the time.
Has this curtailed climbing Mount Everest? Is all that put off now?
It is totally closed. Yep. There's no climbing in Nepal at all. As soon as the earthquake hit, of course, 18 people were unfortunately killed at Everest Base Camp. And so both the Chinese government and the Nepali government closed the mountain. So everybody is off. Nope.
Is it true it shrunk like a percentage of an inch or something like that? That's
correct. What I read was Everest shrank 2 millimeters. Kathmandu lifted about 5 feet, and you can see it in the roads where there's a 5-foot difference from one side of the road to the other side. The Annapurna mountain range lifted about 8 inches, I'm told. So it made a major shift here in the country, and the country shifted about 10 feet in itself on the fault line.
My stars. I can't imagine the devastation. Of course, there's no infrastructure. I mean, they have no building codes or anything like that. So it must be massive, and the emotional toll on people. What an incredible thing. How do you share God's love in the middle of all of that?
By, being Jesus, when he was on the earth, he spent his whole 3.5 years ministering to the people through kindness, through healing, through caring for people, caring for the poor. And I think that is the best way to share God's love in Nepal, is through kindness.
Wonderful. So what's your agenda over the next month or so?
So tomorrow I get helicoptered out, 7:30 a.m. Everything's cleared. It was about a 3-day process to get that all cleared. Unfortunately, we lost some U.S. Marines this week. And because of that, government's extra cautious in who they allow into these disaster areas. Myself, my background in Southern Oregon is I do coroner transport for Jackson County. So it's one of my unfortunate trades of expertise is recovering bodies. So I head up there tomorrow. We know that we've got about 40 that need to be recovered. And I'm going to be embedded with the Nepal Army and leading a team. And so I've got some soldiers assigned to me. And we're going to go in and do our best to get those bodies removed. After that, I'll return back to Kathmandu. My sister, who's an RN for Asante, their Rogue Regional Medical Center. She's in the labor and delivery clinic, or labor and delivery unit there. She's a charge nurse. She's flying in on the 22nd. And then with my sister, we're heading back up to Route Bessie to establish a birth clinic. And she's bringing over a number of donated medical supplies from Southern Oregon. And we're going to get to, go to work. She's done 13 missions to Honduras through our church at Jacksonville Presbyterian. And so she has extensive background in doing labor and delivery clinics in remote regions down in Honduras. So she's going to use that here in Nepal, and that's going to be our next step after my immediate mission, which I leave for in the morning.
Wow, that's just unbelievable. Well, Brian, thank you for your willingness to be there. You remain in our prayers. And I want to say to our viewers and listeners, if you feel led of the Lord to help, believe me, everything that goes in goes out, believe me. Han Nepal, HANDNEPAL.org is the website. You can support Brian and what he's doing there. And let me encourage you to pray about that and go to that website. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for, what time is it there?
It's 9:14 a.m. We're on a weird time here. We're not lined up with the hourly rate that the rest of the world is on. So I am 12 hours and 45 minutes ahead of you.
Okay. Thanks, my friend. God bless you. And we'll be in touch again soon, okay?
Thank you, Perry. God bless you.
God bless. All right, we'll be right back.